Before turning to the particular facts of your case, it is right that I say something about the nature of these offences in the context of a modern liberal democracy that rightly places a high value on the principle of freedom of expression, including freedom of speech. As the jury was directed, such a freedom is a cornerstone of our society. It guarantees the right of every person to exchange information, debate ideas, and express opinions, even those that are controversial, unpopular, or offensive. However, that freedom is not unlimited. It does not extend to communications which, judged objectively by the standards of a reasonable, fair-minded, and informed person in our contemporary, open, just, multiracial, equal, and diverse society, go so far beyond what is tolerable that they are properly described as grossly offensive. Robust debate, satire, mockery, and even crude language may fall within permissible free speech. But when posts deliberately target individuals with vilifying comparisons to serial killers or false insinuations of paedophilia, designed to humiliate and distress, they forfeit that protection. As the jury concluded, your offences exemplify behaviour that is beyond this limit, amounting to a sustained campaign of online abuse that was not mere commentary, but targeted, extreme, and deliberately harmful. On the 5th of January, in response to a clip of Ms. Aluko providing analysis during ITV's coverage of a men's football match, you described her footballing talent as pathetic and said, "Get them off the men's football, only there to tick boxes." This was a racially charged and sexist attack sent to your audience of millions. It asserted that a black female broadcaster held her position not through merit, but solely due to her race. A short time later, you published an image in which the faces of Ms. Aluko and Ms. Ward had been superimposed onto a well-known photograph of the serial killers Fred and Rose West, effectively equating two respected professional women with notorious murderers. Between the 8th and 10th of January last year, you repeatedly and deliberately labelled Mr. Vine a bike nonce, falsely linked him to known or alleged child sex offenders, including Rolf Harris and Jeffrey Epstein, suggesting he might have visited Epstein Island, and urged the public to telephone the police if they saw him near a primary school. One post explicitly told followers, if you see this fella by a primary school, call 999. By any measure, these messages amounted to a deliberate and escalating campaign that falsely portrayed Mr. Vine as a paedophile and actively encouraged others to regard him as an immediate risk to children. Joseph Barton, will you stand up? Given the gravity, persistence and impact of this offending, I have no doubt that neither a fine alone nor a community order can be justified, and that the custody threshold is crossed. For each of these offences, I impose a suspended sentence order of 18 months duration. On counts 2 and 4, the racially aggravated offences, there will be custodial terms of 6 months, and on counts 6, 8, 9 and 10, custodial terms of 4 months, all such terms to run concurrently, and all suspended for a period of 18 months. For the next 12 months, you will be subject to a rehabilitation activity requirement of up to 20 days, and you are required to complete 200 hours of unpaid work in the community. This means that you must meet with your supervising officer as and when required,